What's up, guys? It is Shane Scott back. Wait a minute. Where am I? Help! Where am I? What the fuck? Help! What's up, guys? It is Shane Scott back again with another video. And in this one, I will be doing episode 4 of my weekend review series, where, if you don't know what the series is, basically, I go over all the movies I watched this week, all the TV shows I watched this week, and any big sports news that went on this week. I kind of just talk about all of it. But before we get started with that, I do have something I kind of want to bring up to you guys, see what you think about it. Just an idea for the future. But I was thinking maybe once football season starts, the NFL, I would do something where during Cowboy games to begin with, and then maybe bigger games later on, if it actually gains any traction or anything, I would live stream myself during those games so you could see my live reaction to the game, and then we can, watch the game together. We could talk and chat, things like that. It'll be much more interactive between me and you guys. So I just wanted to bring that up, see what you guys think about that. Let me know down in the comments below if you think that'd be a good idea, if that would work. Basically something where I'm reacting to the game live, we're watching the game together, something like that, where we can talk about the game as it's going on. So just something I wanted to bring up, just an idea. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. With that said, we're going to go ahead and get started with the video. I'm going to start with all the movies that I watched in this week, and I watched a lot. I was in a movie mood this week, I guess. I was just binging a bunch of random movies, but starting with, I rewatched The Last Jedi, Star Wars The Last Jedi, and I love this movie so much. I enjoy it so much. It's one of my favorite Star Wars movies, easily. And I just think it's so great. I want to do a thing, well, not a thing, but I want to rewatch all of the Star Wars movies and then make a ranking Star Wars video, but I need to get on that. So I'm planning to do that sometime soon, hopefully. Next movie I watched for the first time was Bleed for This, which is the boxing movie with Miles Teller. Pretty good movie. The story is absolutely insane. It's a crazy story, and they showed it, the way they showed it in the movie was pretty cool, and I just love Miles Teller, so yeah, I enjoyed that movie a lot. I recommend it. The next movie I watched is a movie that is currently out right now in theaters, Won't You Be My Neighbor, which is the biopic about Fred Rogers, the guy behind Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and wow, that easily is one of my favorite movies of 2018 so far. Just his story and just that guy, so inspiring. Just a great story overall. I really recommend you guys go to see that. I mean, it just makes you want to be a better person watching that movie. Like, it's just, I really enjoyed it. Fred Rogers, what a guy. Go check that movie out if you have not seen it. I also watched the other new movie from this year. It's already out. It was in theaters earlier, but the movie Unsane. Basically, I just got one word about that movie, and that it's insane. That movie is freaking crazy. I love that movie a lot. If you have not seen that, I definitely recommend it. Another great movie from 2018. I also rewatched Baby Driver, and the first time I watched it, I didn't think it was a bad movie, but I didn't love it. I rewatched it, and I enjoyed it a lot more. I liked it a lot more than the first time I watched it. So yeah, definitely liked that movie a lot. I also watched the new movie that just came out, Uncle Drew, and whew, it's not good. It's not good. I was expecting it to be kind of like Tag, you know, it'd be like a basic story, and there's gonna have its funny moments, and it's gonna have a nice heartwarming ending, stuff like that. But this movie like wasn't funny at all. I didn't really laugh at all. Like it just wasn't good. The plot was super weird at times, and just like a quick spoiler for Uncle Drew. I'm not gonna go into details, but they cure paralysis and blindness at one point, so just kind of randomly. So that there's that. That's kind of, I guess, a good explanation of the movie. Yeah, it wasn't good. I also watched Kong Skull Island for the first time, and it was just a super fun movie. Watching the Kong fight all the skull crawlers, just a fun blockbuster movie, fun action movie. The characters, like, they're not great. A lot of the characters are very one-dimensional and boring, but it's just fun action sequences. Like there's a scene with Tom Hiddleston using a katana, and like it doesn't get much better than that. Let's be real. I also watched Logan for the first time, which I'm very late on, but wow. Going into that movie, I knew pretty much most of the movie. I got spoiled a lot of it, and if you haven't seen the movie, make sure you try to avoid spoilers if you haven't already seen them, but it's been out for a while, so it'd be kind of hard if you haven't. I couldn't avoid spoilers, but I knew the ending, and I knew how the movie goes, and it still was just like absolutely insane. I loved it. Easily the best movie in the X-Men universe for me. But yeah, I love Logan. If you have not seen that, check that out. And then I also watched, the last movie I watched was Straight Outta Compton, which was the biopic about the rap group NWA, which was just, that movie is absolutely insane, a crazy, crazy story, and I love that movie a lot. That was just, that story is just absolutely insane. I didn't know much about the group going into the movie, and I absolutely loved it. So that's another great movie that I recommend checking out if you have not already. In TV news, not much. There's not a whole lot of news, but I'm not. I'm still, trying to watch Arrow season 6, and that's pretty much all I got. Now moving on to sports, we have NBA free agency that's coming around, but not a whole lot of big deals have come out. Chris Paul re-signed with the Rockets with a max deal. Paul George has kind of verbally stated he's staying in OKC. And DeAndre Jordan has a verbal deal with the Dallas Mavericks. So hopefully, he doesn't get handcuffed this time around and we don't lose him again. But so nothing too crazy so far. Still waiting on see what happens with LeBron and Kawhi, things like that. I'll talk about that more once there's more to talk about pretty much. So for right now, I'm just going to focus on the World Cup, mainly the knockout stages now that has just started. In the first game of the round of 16, France beat Argentina 4-3 in an absolutely amazing game, one of the best games of the tournament so far. Mbappe, the freaking 19-year-old, scored 2 goals and also won a penalty that Griezmann converted for him. Pavard scored an absolute screamer out of nowhere. And it was just a crazy back and forth game. France took the lead, Argentina tied it, then Argentina took the lead, France tied it, France took the lead, and then France ran away with it. Messi gets eliminated in the round of 16, and that's all. Barely made it out of groups, and now they are out in the round of 16. In the very next game, Uruguay beat Portugal 2-1. Now Uruguay goes on to play France in the quarterfinals. Cavani scored the 2 goals that put Uruguay over Portugal, and Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo were eliminated in the same exact day. So both the GOATs are out of the World Cup now. And so those were the first 2 games so far. Now moving on to today's games, the host of the World Cup, Russia, surprises Spain and beats them 4-3 on penalties after drawing 1-1 in regular time. Absolutely insane scenes. Spain, which were one of the favorites to win the whole competition, get upset by the host in the round of 16. Absolutely unbelievable. This World Cup has been absolutely insane. Now, teams like Argentina, Portugal, Spain, Germany, all out of the World Cup, and it's absolutely insane. So it's gonna be fun once it gets down to semis and then the finals, just to see who's there, because a lot of the favorites, some of them are already out. There's still a lot of great teams in there. Belgium, France, Croatia's playing right now. There's a lot of good teams still left in the World Cup, but teams like Germany and Spain are both already out, which is absolutely insane. I think that's great. This has been an amazing World Cup so far. But right now, Russia is awaiting the Croatia and Denmark game to finish up so they could see who they play in the quarterfinals. And we have the rest of the round of 16 coming up in the next few days. I'll be talking about the rest of that in the next weekend review, obviously. But that's all I got for all the stuff that has gone on this week for me. Let me know in the comments below any of your thoughts on any of those movies I listed. If you've seen them already, you like them, don't like them, disagree with what I said about them, anything like that. Let me know what you guys are thinking about the World Cup as well, because it's absolutely insane. So I want to hear, who you guys are going for. Me personally, I'm going for France and also Mexico, because I'm in this drawing, and basically if Mexico wins, I get some money. So France and Mexico are my 2 teams that I'm rooting for right now. But let me know down in the comments below who you want to win the World Cup. And yeah, tell me what you guys are thinking about the World Cup so far. And that's going to do it. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe. That is going to be all. Thank you.